Today, we want to talk about why the Brits are ditching their homes to come and live in America. And as you have seen from the first conversation that is happening in this video, you realize that the Brits were normalized, were told that America is not even a place where people should live. Now, this is the unexpected migration, right? So, if you scroll through international news, the narrative surrounding the United States is often like, let's just say, less than glowing critics are quick to point out the lack of socialized healthcare, political polarization, or a perceived loss of basic. But if you look close at the actual migration trends, a fascinating counter narrative is emerging, and thousands of highly skilled immigrants from places like the United Kingdom and Australia are countries often praised for their high quality of life are packing their bags and moving to America, and they aren't just looking back. To them, the US isn't a cautionary tale, it is a land of unmatched opportunities. Now, I want you to watch the rest of the video from here, and you'll get more information from here. Then I'll come back and give much of my commentary.
So where'd you live in the US, bro?
Spent 2 years in Florida and then I spent 2 years in Kansas.
So give me a little synopsis. Give me the good, bad, the ugly of
Florida, the good, there's no rules, but that's also the bad, fam. I don't think I've ever felt more free in a place than when I was in Florida. Anything could happen, and that made it great fun. Kansas,
in general,
some of the most kind-hearted, genuine people out there in it. The bad about Kansas is Kansas. What is there?
Right.
Nothing, fam.
But how did you feel as a black man in the US?
Being black in America was weird because obviously, certain people got a perception of you, isn't it? What I find interesting is the second people hear your accent, it's a different love. They'll approach me like how they approach any other black man, which is questionable in itself, innit? But as soon as they hear the British accent, you can see their whole demeanor changes. They're not as defensive. They're a bit more open.
Wow.
So it was interesting.
Because American people won't understand this video, yeah? But anybody who's from outside of America or Ireland or whatever, yeah? It's actually so goated walking around here and actually experiencing this shit for the first time. Bro, the school buses they get picked up on, that shit is real, bro. They actually go to school on a school bus, bro. Look at this street, bro. It's the most American-ass street I've ever seen in my life. I'm just floating around it, bro. This shit is cool. Just walk around. Being in America is actually goated. Because every single movie, every single TV show, every influencer, YouTuber, they all are in America doing shit. And actually getting to come here from someone outside of the country and experience it. It's just funny out. Like, why is there a fire hydrant? Like, why is that there? I thought that shit was just for fucking background effect. I don't know. That shit is actually real. This place actually makes you realise how shit Ireland is. I can't lie. This place is 20 times better. There's so much shit to do here. Bro, when you're with your friends in Ireland, you're like, I don't want to go out. There's nothing to do. You're just like, what we do. Bro, over here you can do anything. Go to any of the parks. Bro, you can get the best food possible. Bro, Top Golf, that shit is gold. There's just so much endless possibilities over here compared to being in Ireland. It actually makes you realise how depressing that place is. Anybody from America is going to watch this video and be like, what the fuck is this going on about? But anybody outside of America is going to understand, bro. It's like being in a dream or something. Bro, I watched all of this shit as a kid, and being here for the first time, it's just funny as fuck.
Would you ever move to America?
No, never. No.
No interest in moving there. It's a complete hole.
No, because I am transgender.
You'd step over there and you already lose like 10 of the rights that you have here.
It's a disgusting place. They've got no NHS whatsoever. It's an absolute dump.
They just think they're the best. They're like, oh my God, we have freedom, but most other countries have freedom.
I don't like the culture, whether it's tipping, guns, the thoughts on abortion.
If you're dying or having a baby, why you got to pay for it?
There's nothing about America that I think I would prefer over here.
You don't have like free speech at all there.
I wouldn't last a minute over there, I don't think. It's definitely stricter over there than it is over here. 1000%. If I was to go anywhere in America, it'd be like maybe like Canada.
Being English in America is actually insane. Specifically, LA is the place I've had the most experience with this. But just like having an English accent, I feel like it takes at least like 15 to 20 minutes of interaction with someone before they actually take what I'm saying seriously. For example, I met this guy the other day and like he came in the room, he said, what's up to everyone, like all my friends and stuff. And then he came up to me and he was like, yo, bro. And I was like, hey, man, dapped him up. And I was like, what are you telling me, bro? And he was like, what are you telling me, bro? What are you telling me? I'm just kidding, bro. Sorry, man. Just the accent. Where are you from, man? You from London? And I was like, yeah, man. Like, you know, blah blah blah, and he was like, so what have you been up to this week? And I was like, you know, just some like different bits and bobs. Just as bits and bobs. Oh, brother, been doing some bits, some bottle of water, bits and bobs. And I was just like, I speak like this. This is just my voice. That's what it is. It's fine. I'm not offended because you know, I do think it's coming from like an endearing place. It's just like I do feel like hype, like where I'm from and my voice is like hyper fixated on by people here, and it's kind of weird. Another example is I was meeting someone for a drink, and before they got there, I was at a bar, and like there was a table with a chair, like with just one chair and then like in front of it, and I needed a second chair, and there was like a group of girls next to the table, and I went over to them, like interrupted their conversation. I was like, "Hi guys, I'm really sorry to bother, but if it's okay, could I take this chair if you're not using it? Sorry," like, you know, just constantly apologizing, obviously, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, no problem," and I took it and I went and sat down on the chair, and then I heard them go, "Sorry to bother, sorry to bother." I was like, oh my God. Am I back at school again, bro? Am I being fucking bullied right now? But like, you know, like I said, I think it comes from an endearing place. It's just like a fascinating concept to just be like just be chatting to an American person, and I'm like, yeah, man, I can't believe it. And they're like, I can't. Bottle of water. And also one other thing is like Americans also, they feel like just because you're like from London or, you know, you live in London, whatever the fuck, like, they just think that oh, dude, you're from London? Do you know fucking Steve Smith? You know, no, I don't know fucking Steve Smith. Like, no, he doesn't even operate in the same circle. Like, yeah, Americans. Hi.
Guys, I think we owe you a big apology, because what we think America's like is exactly not what it's like. Like, the news outlets in the UK say America's this, say America's that, say America's this, say America's that. I'm not going to get into detail, but listen, when you go to America, you actually see what it's like with your own two eyes. Honestly, people are so nice here. The hospitality is amazing. People are just so accommodating, and anything you want, they will do it. And the thing is, the people here are so nice, so polite, and in the UK, we think the complete opposite. We think people are not nice. We think it's very dangerous here. But it's not, guys. You need to go to America to experience it. Because if you're not, then you're missing out. You're 100% missing out of what it's like in the USA. So to me, to you, I give you guys a huge apology, because us Brits are missing out of the USA. Honestly.
We have the tall puppies and the hustler, right? So what is driving this shift? It usually comes down to culture, and the newcomers frequently contrast the famous American hustle culture with a cultural phenomenon back home known as the tall poppy syndrome. For those unfamiliar, the tall poppy syndrome is the tendency to resent, criticize, or cut down people who achieve notable success or wealth. In more rigid European or let's say the Australia social system, standing out too much can sometimes invite jealousy and judgment rather than the applause. Now, it creates a subtle pressure to keep your head down and stay in your lane. But in the US, it's completely flipped. Like, the immigrants from the UK and Australia often describe a refreshing shock to the system when they arrive. They talk about a welcoming environment where total stranger will literally stop you on the street to compliment your shoes, your car, or your business. And the neighbors don't shun you for achieving financial success. They celebrate it. They want to know how you did it so they can do it too. Then we have the geographic of growth, the freedom to expand. It is not just the social climate either. it is the sheer scale of the country and the diverse geographic, massive economic ecosystem of the US allow for a level personal growth and economic mobility that is incredibly difficult to replicate in smaller, more restrictive markets. If you get tired of the corporate grind in New York, you can reinvent yourself as a tech founder in Austin or a creative in Los Angeles. So the ceiling for what you can achieve is only limited by your own drive. And for anyone trying to escape the lifestyle that feels mundane, predictable, or culturally restrictive, the United States offers a massive canvas to paint a completely new life. Then we have is the American dream alive? I want you to look at America, and America is far from perfect. It has its flaws, and it certainly isn't an easy ride for everyone. But for those willing to take the risk, the perspective of these international creators and professionals tell us one thing loud and clear, that the American dream isn't just a relic of the 20th century. For a new wave of global dreamers, it remains a vibrant, chaotic, and completely attainable reality. But what do you think? And is the cultural optimism of the US worth giving up the safety net of home? So let me know in the comments below, and I also want you to drop a like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and I'll see you in the next video.
Would you ever consider living in America based on the safety level?
Definitely not now. Especially because we're like white and stuff. I think it's not as severe, like we're not the ones facing the danger.
I prefer to stay in the UK.
I'd consider living in America for sure.
I would love to live in America. When I went there, I said I'd love to live there.
The fact that like every week there's a new shooting, not even school shootings, like there's the mall shooting. I would like to move there, but it definitely like pushes me away from it.
I think it would have to be very specific, sort of like dream job, maybe not for a long time. On the whole, definitely I'd say leaning towards no, especially because places like London are much better in my opinion.
Now I'm sort of cooling off wanting to live there, but if I did move to America, it would be somewhere more like New York where, you know, there's not like open carry and stuff like that. I would never really consider moving to any of these really pro-gun states.
California or New York or none of the like conservative southern states.
British people are not prepared for driving on the freeway in America. I've just driven 3 hours today on the motorway in the UK. It's polite, people let you go, people are not racing. Driving on the freeway in America is a completely different story. There's a reason it's called freeway. It's free of rules. That's what it feels like anyway. Everybody is racing. I feel like they're racing their GPS. It honestly feels like you're on a racetrack. And then today, driving in the UK on the motorway, I felt at ease, I felt peaceful, it was relaxing. In America on the freeway, I was fearing for my life most of the time. Has anyone else experienced this? And Americans, you lot are crazy on the freeway, seriously. Are you racing GPS? What are you doing? Just out of interest, how often do you beat the GPS, Americans? Americans, my honest opinion of Chicago after visiting it for the first time ever yesterday. And let me just start off by saying the comments that we got when we said we were going to Chicago were all negative. Lots of people saying, don't go. And honestly, guys, it may have been one of the best cities I have ever visited. It blew my mind. The architecture in that city is like something I have never seen before. It must be one of the most visually spectacular cities in the world. Seriously, unbelievable. I loved it there. Every 2 minutes, my head was just on a swivel. I was like, wow, look at that building, look at that building, look at that building. It was amazing. If you ever get the chance to go to Chicago, please do. Don't listen to other people's reviews on it. Go and find out for yourself, because me and Shana thought it was one of the best cities we have ever visited, and we only scratched the surface. One of the most amazing things though is just the architecture. Every single building is so unique and so special in its own right. My neck is hurting from the amount of looking up I did. Chicago, what a treat. Thank you.
My name's Alfie and I'm a Brit living here in Georgia. I live here in America. Okay, and I get a lot of messages and comments from British people saying, oh man, like, I want to move to America, but I'm not sure if it's the right move. Like, is the grass greener? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to fucking tell you now, right? I'm going to give you a bit of backstory on me so you can better understand. But this is going to be a long video. So either play it at 2 times speed or fuck off to the next reel because I really don't give a shit. Okay. 12 years ago, I was partying real hard in college, okay? I had no aspirations. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do in my life, and I passed it with a 20% attendance. And when I say college, I mean the UK college, not university like it is here in the US. It's like the US version of high school, okay? So I had no qualifications. I was thick as shit, me. I'd done some cash in hand jobs here and there, and then I joined the army. All the qualifications I got in the army don't convert over to Civvy Street. So when I left the army, again, no qualifications, thick as shit still, right? I went on to drive trucks. I was fucking good at driving trucks, mate, right? But that's not the fucking point. It weren't enough. It weren't enough. The more money I earned, I was getting taxed to fucking oblivion, so my quality of life wasn't really improving. So me and the wife decided we want to move here, okay? We move here, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to boast. I'm going to fucking boast, because I've earned it, all right? I've earned the right to fucking boast, okay? We came here with fuck all. We came here with nothing. And little old me with fucking no qualifications, thick as shit, right? We've done all right. I like working. I've got a good work ethic. I'm self-employed and I've got a 1-year-old baby and a wife that depend on me. She don't work, right? So when I'm sitting around, what I'm thinking about is how can I earn more money? How can I provide a better life for me and a better life for my family? So I chase it. I chase whatever fucking goal I have until I fucking get it, okay? And if you're like that, you'll do all right. You'll do absolutely fucking fine, okay? If you're not like that, if you're a lazy fucker, right, and you do maybe 40 hours a week or something, then you're like, oh man, that was such a long week, I need to take these 2 days resting. Yeah, fucking stay in the UK, mate. Enjoy the fucking welfare you get over there and stuff, because like, it's expensive here, but the opportunity to earn money is so fucking good. Do you know how many times I earn 5 figures a month in the UK? Never. Okay, and if I did, I get taxed to fucking oblivion. Okay, do you know how many times I've earned 5 figures a month in the US? Yeah, and the tax is a lot lower. It's fucking great, mate. The opportunity to earn is absolutely amazing. The freedom of speech, man. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can insult certain things and not get put in prison. Isn't that fucking great? Yeah, I can hold a firearm whenever the fuck I want to hold a firearm. I can protect me, I can protect my family. Okay, I've got a big ass fucking pickup truck in my driveway. Yeah, on the driveway of my big ass fucking house. And I mean a big ass fucking house. It's not big in America, but compared to houses in the UK, it's a fucking mansion. Okay, and my pickup truck, I'm not on about pickup trucks that you get in the UK where they're tiny and that. It's fucking monstrous and I absolutely love it. The quality of life here is fucking great, mate. Absolutely great, but you got to chase it. You can't be a lazy fucker and you can't pussyfoot around, right? If you want something, you got to fucking go for it. I went for it and I chased it and I got it and I'm fucking loving it. And I post about it all fucking day. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Yeah, right? But yeah, do it. The grass is greener, 100%. I fucking love it. I'm very appreciative of America. I'm very glad to be here.
It's okay to move from the UK to the USA and be happy. It's okay to have good experiences within the USA. And I know that's not what people expect. I know when I first told people we was moving to America, there was a lot of negativity, and a lot of it does stem from the media. What every other country is saying about America gives everyone a preconceived expectation of what they think America is going to be like. It's okay to come here and love it. It's okay to come here and love everything that America has to offer, and everything that comes with living in America. As you can tell from my videos, I love America. America is everything that you expect and more. Once you come to America and you experience America, whether it's on holiday, vacation, or moving to this country, that's when you really start to see the real America, and you start to realize that maybe what the media have told you isn't necessarily true.
Americans, you were right. This heat is no joke. I've just been to the Atlanta Fan Fest and look at me. I look like a state. It is bad. I was stood in the shade and I was sweating profusely down my back. Honestly, don't know how I'm gonna survive this summer. If you have any suggestions, throw them in the comments. And if you wanna see my adventures in the US, drop me a follow.